There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Gustos!
Freaking out!
YouTube! Pilica is the new ultra rare Gusto, and she doesn't make the cut. She's out. Why am I not playing Gusto Pilica? Because she's a worse Junk Synchron. She's a dead card turn 1. If you draw a Junk Synchron in your opening hand or earlier into the duel, you could use it with Dark Verger in the grave. If you draw Pilica early, no good. Pilica's only good pretty much from summoning from the deck or having a crappy level 2 tuner in your graveyard. Crappy level 2 tuner because it does not work with the deck. So not only are you playing Pilica, which is not good early, you brick with her, you also have to play a bad card to even make her good, Gusto Falco, when you could just be using Junk Synchron instead. The boss monster of this deck is Digusto Guldos. This is the boss monster, and an easy way to summon this is with Junk Synchron, summon Winda because it does require a non-tuner Gusto, and then you make her. Or you could use a level 3 tuner plus level 2 non-tuner to make your Digusto Guldos. Why is this the boss monster? 2200 attack. Once per turn, you could shuffle 2 Gustos in your graveyard into your main deck, target a face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Now let me quickly say, this deck is a lot of fun. It's very good, but in a way, it's very slow, and it's also kind of boring. It's not a quick deck. The premise of this deck is to wear your opponent down. Your opponent has to think that they're winning. Right when they think they're winning, pow! Right in the kisser, you whip out your Digusto Guldos, and then you shuffle all your monsters in the graveyard back into the deck, and then you just annihilate them. That's how this deck works. They think they're winning until they're not winning. So it's very slow, it's very strategic, it's very powerful though. For backer, we're playing Wall of D, Floodgate, and Karibo. Now, Wall of D is a card I am not a big fan of. I think it's a very bad card right now, but not in this deck. This deck is about endlessly floating your monsters on the field. What does floating mean? All of these monsters, Eagle, Guldo, and your Winda, when they get destroyed by battle, you could special summon a Gusto from your deck. So with your Wall of Disruption, they're going to feel pressure to summon multiple monsters on the field to deal with your endless floating. And also, if they have a card effect to destroy your back row Wall of D, you're still pretty much protected by your endless floating. So it works out very well, puts a lot of pressure on them, especially when you get a Guldos out. When you get a Guldos out, they are going all out to take this monster out. They'll even destroy this one first and then get hit by a fat Wall of D. This deck can also very easily deck people out. Because it's a slow strategic deck, you really have to think about decking your opponent out. You're not going to deck out because with Guldos, you're going to be shuffling your monsters back into the deck. Let's talk about these monsters. Eagle, level 1 tuner. You're never really going to use it for Synchro Shokan. It is just to make the main combo more consistent, which is Guldo and Winda. So when it's destroyed by battle, you could special summon 1 level 4 lower non-tuner Gusto monster from your deck, which is Winda. When you have Winda on the field, when Winda is destroyed by battle, you get to special summon a Gusto tuner. So you could special summon Eagle, but more ideally, you're going to special summon Guldo. Guldo is a little bit different than these, where not only can it be destroyed by battle, it could also be destroyed by card effect. If they summon a Kokamiru Maximus on you and then destroy your Guldo, Guldo is going to search a monster. So if you turn 1 against Kokamiru, set this and set a back row, you're set. If they summons the back row, you could Floodgate. If they have a Sandman or a Maximus and pop your monster, Guldo is still going to trigger and block each and every attack. You'll be fine. Perfectly fine. So the popular way, like I said, to make this could be with your Guldo and your Winda, or you make it with your Junk Synchron. We also have the option to summon Armades. Armades with protection is very powerful. And then we also have Junk Destroyer to make with Junk Synchron plus our Guldos or our Armades to destroy a card in the field if needed. Do not be afraid to deck your opponent out with this. It seems dirty, but it works. If anything, my win rate with this deck was better than the past few decks I've even played on stream or on the ladder. This is a powerful deck. Let's see the replays.
Duel!
All right, you start with the float. That's it. And if you're so consistently starting with the float, that's all Eagle is. You could take Eagle out. I suspect that if other players maybe bring this into a tournament, they might cut Eagle altogether and just be okay with 3 Winda and 3 Guldo. That could be perfectly fine and reasonable. There we go. Kokamiru, the tier 1 deck, the tier 1 menace. Look at this.
Wow, beat this on Zips.
Beat this. You can't beat this. It's unbeatable. We somehow win. Guldo being triggered off the Kokamiru Maximus. Eagle. Float, 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 float. Oh, he's here. No. Damn it. Dennis.
I'm here in all caps.
So he can't afford, he went all in with Maximus, his entire thing. He thought he had OTK. Who in the chat would not make this play? You would make this play. If you didn't make this play, I'd say you're misplaying because there's a single face down monster on the field. Of course you go all in. Of course you go balls deep.
Wow,
We floating.
Beat him down to his little 1,000 attack mode, Vaughn.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a little boring, but we just float until we could Synchro Shokan. It's easy. It's super effective. Love it. You scoop it up. Scoop it up. Simple wins. Keep it simple. All right, very simple. It's a float deck. Float your monsters. Set one of your floaters. Now, even this, I would say, is a mistake after more practice. You want to set Guldo. You don't want to set Winda because Guldo, as I said, if destroyed while face down by a card effect, will still special summon from the deck. It's the safer play, but we set Winda instead. And then this is where I regret it. I was like, oh no, why didn't I set Guldo? Oh my Jesus, I really wasn't paying attention. And he hates you nades. He's going to Ackless. We're going to get screwed. We're going to get dumpstered on. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The clapping would happen, but unfortunate for us, he was not able to Ackless. But if he were to Ackless or face down, if it were a Guldo, we would have been perfectly fine. Set up the back row, set up the float, 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 until we could Synchro Shokan with Junk Synchron or a Winda with a Guldo. He stops. It's time for Synchro Shokan. After all that floating, you put him back in the deck. I think we go for the Gusto Synchro here. Yes, we do. Gusto Guldos. We have plenty of back row. We have Sphere Kribo, lots of back row to protect her, to just shuffle monsters back into our deck and destroy face-ups. Floaters back in the deck. You want to keep Winda in the graveyard if possible, because Winda works with your Junk Synchron to summon another Gusto, whatever her name is. Die. And remember, if you ever get her effect off once, the pressure is always on your opponent to make the plays. If they start going passive, they start setting, your deck's always going to be bigger than theirs usually because you shuffled monsters back into your deck.
My deck is always
My D's always bigger. Your D is always bigger with Gusto. All right. This guy thinks he's got a big play. He's happy. He hit the floodgate. He got lucky. Unless they run Endless Trap Hell, we could outdo Endless Trap Hell.
Feel the fury of my soul.
Ackless pops my face down for some reason, swings into a Sphere Creeper like a fool.
What a
Guldo, shuffle back in, shuffle the floats back in, die. I think he pretty much scooped from here. And if not, we got Junk Synchron into Dark Verger, our mateys. Shokan! Hollowed Life Barrier. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Out. Next replay. Listen, if this was a Pilica, what would Pilica do? Pilica would make me cry because she'd be completely dead. She'd be dead. A dead card. So this is why we have Junk Synchron, which does Pilica better.
Dude, Junk Synchron's wearing glass.
And then we also have the option of Armades, which is an incredible card. He is? He's wearing glasses? Damn. Tons of backer, tons of protection. I don't think so. Floodgate. I'm not even sure if I even summon a Gusto in this game. You wouldn't even know I'm playing Gustos, but I guess this is just to quickly show
Why not?
that the deck could win without the Gusto engine. Just saying, just showing you. I think so. Do we not summon another? Oh, I think something funny happens here. This is why I keep this. Oh, get ready for this. This is a poggers.
I'm ready.
This is a poggers.
I'm ready.
We're screwed. Wall of D. He's going to negate Wall of D.
Wow.
What do? Maximus. Gia, we lose.
What do?
We lose. He just popped our monster.
What
We have a
do?
Wall D, which will be negated by the Sandman.
Oh my
It's a
God.
scoop. And a diamond core. And he can't be destroyed by battle or card effect if Wall D were to even go through.
What's gonna happen, boss?
Wall of D.
What?
If you attack into Armades, you cannot activate any card effects. So because he attacked in, even though he has a Sandyman cannot use its effect to negate Wall of D.
This guy.
I'm out. And in the real game, he sat there for 30 seconds. He was like,
What?
What? Is my Sandyman broken? All right, next replays. All right, Gusto.
What?
Back on topic, we got Gusto. Float. Ooh, Blue Eyes is known for, oh my geez, even a psychic ace.
damn.
Ace gonna pop the back row. We got the endless floating. He is never getting to our life points, boy.
Oh, man.
I don't think so. And with Junk Synchron, we can go for a Gusto Synchro. You know, Armades would do nothing here. And if our Gusto Synchro goes wrong, if something goes wrong with it, we still have a float on the field. Float on the field.
Go float yourself.
Float yourself. I'm not sure if he stops this. Synchro. Shokan. Goldo shuffle 2 Gustos in the graveyard, back into the deck, destroy a face-up. Goodbye to your Cosmo. It's only once per turn. Sphere Karibo. I have to go for a Junk Destroyer here because I do not have enough Gustos in the graveyard to use my effect again to destroy the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Destroyer, destroy 1. Fool! He had a Kanata. He just didn't use it, apparently. I guess he didn't know what my card did. Okay, maybe he was just saving it for a bigger threat. Silver Cry, we're in trouble. Ooh, what? Oh, just a trade for Relin Karibo to draw 1. Fine. We got the float. We're fine. He thinks he's going to win this. He thinks he's winning. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh my God, Azure Eyes Silver White Dragon.
God.
All your money would be on him to win this duel.
I bet
And
on him right
this
now.
is what Gusto's about. Gusto's about you think you're gonna lose, but you actually know you're gonna win. They think they're gonna win, and then you pop them in the end. You go through your whole deck. You keep thin.
you float.
The more you thin, Wall of D is gonna hit that, right? Wrong. He's actually gonna take out the Wall of D. I'm not gonna win by a Wall of D. Not like that. Not like that.
this.
Not like this.
Oh my God.
Our deck's being more and more consistent. We're drawing into the better
Is
cards.
this deck gonna get like boned by Buster Blader?
Buster Blader, I'm not sure if we have a replay against that, but I do beat a Buster Blader, actually. He does do breakthrough. I'm running out of floats, guy. I'm running out of floats.
Running out of floaties.
Running out of floats. How do we win this? Oh my Jesus. Floodgate trap hole. And it goes through. Interesting.
Interesting.
Here we go. Junk Synchron for Winda. We have 3 cards left in our deck. He thinks I'm either going to deck out or just lose. He thinks I'm out of gas. Wrong. You fool. And Armades would just not be good here. No good. This is a very powerful level 5 that actually destroys monsters on the field. Love it. Float on back in the deck. We have Sphere Karibo to protect. Keep on floating. Sphere Karibo to Relin Karibo to protect that. But he is floodgated, by the way. He's floodgated. So he cannot change to attack position. Top deck's an econ.
He's gonna win,
just
right?
puts in defense to swing over because I got no back row. I love Sphere Karibo. It allows people to overcommit. They don't see it coming. Goldos again. Shuffle back in. We're back to 6 cards in the deck. Now he's going to deck out over us. We could literally just sit until he decks out. He's out of gas. He thought we were out of gas. He's out of gas. That's how crazy this is. This is crazy. We know this is a lost duel for him now. Even with a Silver Cry, there's nothing he could do. Protect the Gult. Shuffle your entire deck back into the deck.
Flare.
Back into the deck. Float. Love it. That's That's how gustos work. It's all about that. Oi, open up float, we coup.
I was annoyed just watching that duel.
Silent Swordsman. This will be interesting. This will be a very interesting duel. This is actually a hype duel. We got Wind on the field now. Now, once again, which monster should I have set first? I only set Guldos because I am afraid of the Kokai Mirus on the ladder destroying my face down monster. If I were not worried about a card effect destroying my face down monster, setting Eagle would be better because I would summon Winda from the deck and then I would have my Guldo in my hand to Synchro Shokan next turn if I wanted to. Now we all know Armades is really good against Silent Swordsman, but he's got 3 back row. There's like no way it's gonna go through. Shokan! And it's good. Okay, I thought he Silent Sword slashed this duel. All right, Winda, float, float, float. Armades take it out. Don't worry, this duel gets super exciting very soon. Very soon. He did have Silent Sword slash. He's just a dummy and did not activate it before my Armades swung in. Banish, search for Silent Swordsman. I don't think he tributes because he's at 25. That's big enough to take out my Armades. I can't activate any effects because he's unaffected. Just set my floats. There's no rush. There's no hurry. Let your opponent get frustrated and bored of dueling you. Just float your entire deck and then hit him with that perfectly timed Guldos Synchro with enough protection to keep it on the field. I think we're going for a Guldos here, or maybe another Armades. Guldos! No back row activation. Shuffle the float back in. I'm going to destroy the Silent Swordsman, the little one, because I can't deal with the bigger one yet. Double Sphere Kribo. He attacks, I Sphere Kribo. He Silent Sword slashes to make himself immune to Sphere Kribo. Just activate another Sphere Kribo. By the way, he's smaller attack when attacking into me. I knew that he was going to Silent Sword slash in the damage step. Because I knew he would do that, that's why I activated the early Sphere Kribos. Got him. I think now we're comfortable with taking out the Silent Swordsman. Shuffle, shuffle. Yup. Here comes level 8, a Mitager. I was not expecting that card. That really took me off guard. We have a Floodgate Trap Pulse. We're going to Floodgate the level 7. Get out of here. Set afloat. We'll get him again later. This guy's going through all of his Silent Swordsmen. I think he summons all 3 on us. Keep on floating. Float, float, float. Float it up. Now, I think I could have summoned Eagle there first instead. I think I could have summoned maybe a Winda first, then summoned the Eagle. Then if he would have attacked, then we would have summoned the level 3 tuner. But we topped the tuner anyway. So even though these duels are long, it's not mindless which monsters you float onto the field. You really want to think, if he attacks my second monster, am I going to be set up for a synchro? So pay attention to that. So protected. The monsters endlessly float. Guldos! Now he has no more Silent Sword slashes. We dealt with all of them. All of them. I panicked. Gia was listening in the background. I was like, what the? Because he activated the effect of Silent Swordsman. I thought another Silent Swordsman level 7 was coming out. I almost flipped everything back in the deck. Now he's going to deck. He's got 5 cards left. I have no pressure. I could just set up my back row. I'm just winning with Guldos. That's it. He Super Rush Headlong, somehow takes out my Guldos. You up, mate? But we got a Junk Synchron, I think, into an Armade. I think we went through both Guldos. Shokan! We're sitting pretty. Sitting pretty. Fool! Now, this surprises me. Guess what he searches? He searches for his trump card. His trump card. Gia, what does he summon? Destiny Draw.
Lava Gold.
Heart of the Cards. Jinzo, we have a wall of D and I can't activate it. Oh my Jesus. He's got 3 cards left in the deck. We just have to stall him with the float. Float on, boy. Float.
You should play the
Sphere Kribo.
all float on song when you play.
Yeah, we need all float on. My traps are useless, but we
Wow.
float in. Float, float, float,
We
float.
safe. We say.
Yeah, I'm not panicking at all because we're well protected.
Oh, calm.
Well
We
protected.
chilling.
And he is frustrated as hell. He got a Jinzo on me and he's still gonna lose. Scoop
Nice.
to the Shadow Realm, you fool! And that's Gustos, guys. That is Gustos. I hope you guys enjoyed the replays of Gustos.